Hello, Sonder family. Carol, I couldn't agree more. It truly is. That's the sweetest song. And I selfishly chose it to open tonight because my daughter, y'all know she got married last month. My daughter and son-in-law walked down together to get married to that song, to an instrumental. One of his friends played it on guitar, and it was so beautiful, so sweet. So I was very selfish. I wanted to just play it so that I could have that memory, but we're also really embracing our homes tonight during our time together, as we color and relax and just take some deep breaths together. I'm so glad to welcome you. My name is Jennifer Ogilvy. I'm coming to you from the Dallas, Texas area. Unfortunately, we are not, snowed in, and it's not crazy. Joining me this evening is my co-pilot, Jennifer Krippner, and Jennifer is right off of one of the Great Lakes. She is traveling. She is in a hotel, and she said the wind chill factor is 40 minus 40. The feels like. So she's very cold. And I know some of y'all said, yes, Brenda's a crazy cold. Crazy cold. So you're here to be cozy tonight, whether you're, below zero, or you're kind of moderate, like the Texans are. So anyway, yeah, it's not quite there, but I think we're all going to see these crazy temperatures. So y'all take care of yourself. So I'm very excited about tonight because I popped on yesterday to Sonder Club and invited folks to just join us, whether you're here to color or you're going to indulge in another very soothing hobby that will help your mind settle. We're just glad to welcome you. I also said maybe you've got your pile of some presents and you're going to wrap with us. You're going to just, kind of do that task as some beautiful music's playing, and you can just take really deep breaths. That's what these socials are about. These coloring socials are about resetting, calming our brain down, putting other things in the place of all the, stuff that we're worried about, right? When we're focused on the coloring, it helps us reset. So glad you're here. There are those community guidelines that we always share when we gather together. Make sure your chat is set to everyone, because we will share a little bit in the chat this evening. And these are a little bit shorter because we do know, like, if you're coloring, that can get kind of hand crampy. So we usually wrap up at about 45 minutes in. So I want to get going. We're going to be talking about our homes tonight, very much inspired by our coloring page. And I started thinking about optimism and what does our home mean to us when we look at it through the lens of optimism? That space that we've created, whether it's an apartment, maybe you have roommates, so you consider your real home when you go to your bedroom, and that's your space. Maybe it's your whole house. I just thought, let's think about how optimism fits into our home. So we're going to do that this evening. We'll have an opening activity, and it is going to be a journal response in relationship to our homes and optimism. Then we're going to color or crochet or needlepoint or watercolor, whatever your thing is. And feel free to share in the chat what you're planning to do tonight. I'm going to be working on my coloring page, and then we'll close things up. So we've got this page. Now, first off, when we see this, it's a little daunting because there's a lot of little spaces on there. We'll talk about the coloring page, and I'll give you some suggestions in a few minutes for that. But I've got a whole treasure trove of beautiful quotes about our home. And so I'll be going through those tonight if you want to include any of those in your work, in your journal. And as Jennifer said, yes, remember, you can always make a photocopy of your page, which is what I did. The really good stuff, I like to do several of. So So I'm going to invite you to turn to a blank notes page or another space in your journal. I wasn't even sure. I forgot. I was going to look and see what, maybe on the back side of our coloring page is the little point page. Maybe you'll use this page for that response. And I've got a couple of things for you to consider. We're going to write a note to our house, imagining it as a living partner. We're going to give that personification to your home. Talk to it like it's a person and reflect how your home provides space for hope, growth, and renewal. The way that you are inspired to dream of days ahead. Think about the future memories, joys, or milestones you envision unfolding within its walls. And consider this: if your home could speak, what words of encouragement or optimism might it share to uplift you? Because our homes are such a reflection of who we are. And they reflect, those are, our colors, the colors we choose, the spaces we create, especially this time of year as we have all our cozy corners. And then close your note by affirming how your home helps you see possibilities, even in the small details of your life. And I also want to remind you, this could be a really long love letter to this home, right? So you might want to grab a screenshot of this prompt while we're working and start considering your home. I listened to the daily ritual that Meha did about taking a walk in your neighborhood and just like slowing things down and really looking and noticing, right? And so you may end up working on this letter as you step foot in the different spaces of your home. Maybe you have different reflections depending on where you sit, where you lay, where like lots of self-care might happen in your bathroom, and you have beautiful products and you set up that space. Or maybe your favorite space in your whole house is that coffee maker and that little coffee corner that welcomes you every morning. So there's a lot of ways to take this prompt and make it work for you. I'm going to put on a little music to get us started. Again, this could be a reflection that kind of bounces around in our heads for a little while, so you don't have to finish it up. But I would like you to take just a few moments to consider it, and then I'll be back in to check with you.
This is my house. next to me. Inside my head, it's all that's left. This is my house, this is my bed, this is where I sleep. That was the dawn, those are my dreams, they belong to me. This is my house. This is my house. This is my house. This is my house.
I can't help but smile as I read through the chat. Y'all shared some beautiful things. And again, this is probably going to be one of those ones that can just bounce around. And I think it's such a great journal prompt because our homes really do reflect who we are. And when we when we make sure that we are seeing the beauty that's there through the construction, through, and being reminded of the history and the memories, that is such a great way to frame out optimism and to have that kind of alive, right? And I had shared because I moved 4 years ago. I miss my house. That house that we moved from, I raised my babies there and my friends were there, and but we moved and we right sized. And so really, always trying to frame it out. I don't have stairs anymore. That's a bonus. This is still, it's sometimes it doesn't feel like my house, but we're slowly getting there. So I love taking that time to kind of look at that space that means so much to us. And all because of this coloring page. It got me thinking about our homes. So if you have not, if I didn't even ask if this is anybody's first coloring social, I see so many familiar Sonder family. If this is your first time to join us a coloring social, put a hello there or a me or something so we can welcome you. But from time to time, I share these two slides, and you are going to want to grab a screenshot of these. Get your phone, yeah, Taylor, you're an oldie, me too. Um, but these are pens and markers that Sonder family has specifically recommended sometime over the last 3 or 4 years, 3 years that I've been 3+ that I've been doing this, and just kind of made this alphabetical list of the pens and markers that people love. A lot of this can be found on Amazon, so you might want to just, again, grab a screenshot because like last year, I wanted the big jumbo box of crayons. Do y'all remember that? And so, like this went on my Christmas list. And so I got crayons for Christmas last year, the big jumbo box. So, you might like look into some of this and go, I want these pens. This is what I'm asking for as a gift. All right. And I'll go back through these while we're working too, so you can grab a screenshot. There's colored pencils. And because there's a whole, there's a bunch out there, and there are some that are not good. And then there's some that just feel nice on the page. And I'm crafty, but I'm not an artist, but it's kind of fun to play around and start learning about layering colors and doing darks and shading. And remember, this practice is a practice. It doesn't have to look a certain way. There's no right or wrong way to color. So if you still didn't get a screenshot of these, no worries. I'll go back through them when we get going on our coloring page. So there's our coloring page, and I have some. Oh, you use Kai, if you like. Do you like praying? We can add that definitely if that's something. And again, I collected this list over. Okay, very good. I collected this list over a period of time. So here is my house in progress. And I know when we first look at this, we go, oh, so many spaces. But my page is an example of don't make it harder than it has to be unless you want to. That's like a life lesson, right? We don't have, the devil's in the details. I just use two colors for my house. I'm going kind of a gingerbread, and I used pink colored pencil and brown crayon. And if you look really closely, you'll see little pink dots. Those are actually journal stickers from the trackers. I decided to put my tracker stickers there because I just do checks for my trackers. And I did a little shading in the window. And painted the trees. And then I think I'm going to do the skylight, northern lights. So I'm just going to like do oranges and pinks and purples with my crayons. This is your page. It can look anywhere that any way you would like it to look, right? There's nobody's grading it. And then I've got a lot of quotes thrown in there. Here's a very bright, vivid one with a little bit of shading there. You can see like in the snow on the trees has a little bit of blue, and but I just love how vivid it is. It's markers. Here's the idea of just outlining the lines you see, just kind of just getting on your page, emptying your mind, really focusing on those lines. That's so good. Oh, Gloria. Yay. I take screenshots and I forget whose is there. So that's glorious. Thank you for posting so we could have it here tonight. And then This one I told Jen, it reminds me kind of that Scandinavian village type look. So, you can see that I think there's pencils here and maybe some markers. Again, no right or wrong. Look at that bright yellow sky on this page. Don't forget about that negative space. And then this person said in Sonder Club, I just used my favorite colors. So I love that. And again, there's just no right or wrong way to do this. It's about practicing and helping your mind settle down. This final example is another example of that kind of outline idea. So you don't even have to color if you don't want. So I'm going to stop talking and I've got some great songs for us to listen to this evening. I'll be back to check in with you in just a few moments. Thank you so much for spending this time with us, but also with yourself, for carving out an appointment to have a little peace and quiet. We are so glad that we were all together. We'd love to see your page in Sonder Club when you get it all finished up, if you're comfortable sharing it. And there is actually a little section. So if you go to Sonder Club, you can see where it says journal inspiration. Then I put a big arrow to where it see all. Click on that, and then that will take you to a whole list of the different areas of where you can share, and click on the coloring page, and then you can add the photo in the coloring page so that we can all share it. I know, Andrea, it goes by so quickly, but we do treasure this time. There is my playlist tonight, but I'll also I'm on Spotify. So if y'all are on Spotify, you can follow that link there. And I named this one Home, and there's some songs that have, vocals with them as well. But I've had it kind of on repeat as I've been puttering around, wrapping presents, all that good stuff. So you need to pat yourself on the back for taking a little bit of downtime, carving out just a few moments to just reset. And Hump Day is a perfect day for that. So thank you for joining us. I'm gonna leave you with one of my all-time favorite songs, and I will be back. I'm doing Friday night social, so I'll see you Friday night. If you are going to be there for those journal pages. Thanks for joining Team Jennifer tonight. We'll see you next time.
You can hold my hand when you need to let go. I can be a mountain when you're feeling valley low. I can be a stream